Hello, my name's Mark de Luca, born in Edinburgh, lived in Jersey for over 40 years, and I am 64 and 3/4 of a year old. I've been retired for 5 years now, so I thought about giving something back in my time. I've been very fortunate in my life. I have done a project before many years ago, found it very interesting and very rewarding. So this opportunity came up, applied, pandemic hit, postponed, opportunity came up again, so I grabbed it. Interesting, very interesting. All sorts of diverse reasons for that. My personal reasons perhaps are differ from everybody else because we've got a very, a diverse age group here. We've got some very young people and some, like myself, very old, but I'm not the oldest, second oldest. Again, the community is everything that I expected it to be. Perhaps because I am of a certain age and my background in teaching perhaps, I was prepared to, I'm aware of the difficulties in countries like Kenya and just aware of how fragile their existence is. So working with the community was very rewarding. I have no concept about how the communities interact with each other, but they obviously help each other out, which is good. We've been made very welcome. So a great positive experience. Sand dams are interesting. I have an passionate interest in construction of all sorts, from castles to cathedrals. I think sand dams joins that list. All the best ideas are the simplest ideas, and the simplicity of the construction, not the simplicity of the construction, but the simplicity of the theory behind the construction and the collection of sand is really interesting to me. It's a massive project, and I have to admit that I was a bit overawed by it when I saw the distance between the two sides of the riverbed. But it's astonishing how much I've been truly astonished about the progress that has been made, and that's an effort by everybody, and I can't say that we're solely responsible for it, but hopefully we've contributed in a small way. Personal highlights. I came across a great story many years ago in teaching. It was all about a little girl and her grandmother, and they were walking across their favourite beach and they came across hundreds of starfish just washed up on the shore. Little girl ran ahead, picked up one, took it carefully back to the sea again and ran back to her grandmother. Her grandmother said, "Why did you do that? It makes no difference." And she said, "Well, Grandma, it makes a difference to that one." So that's sort of what I've got out of this and our whole work is that I think maybe some people, I'm glad some people weren't overwhelmed by it all. I was only overwhelmed by the size of the project, but the fact that we can make a small difference, and it does count, it really, really does count. Think very, very, very carefully. It is a really challenging experience, not just physically, but from your own personal perspective as well. I come here with, years of experience in teaching. I am looking back rather than forward. So look carefully, find out what you want. What do you think you're going to get out of it? In many ways, what you get out of it is likely to be far more than you think you're ever going to be able to put into it. It's all about, I think personally, making a difference, and that's why I came here, no matter how small. And as I said, it really, for me, it reinforces just how fragile the existence of some communities across the world are and how fortunate we are to be there, to be where we are. And for me to give up a couple of weeks of my life and work hard, enjoy the experience, that's what it's all about. And if you think carefully about it, think about the physical side of it, but think about emotionally, socially, why are you coming here? Why do you want to do it? And if you get the opportunity, just do some real self-reflection because it will change your life.